In 1982, 6 words helped express the sentiments of a generation. I don't want to grow up. And while staying young forever isn't possible yet, there was a place that for over 60 years anyone could visit to feel like a kid. Its founder was a dreamer who created a tiny business to accommodate the changing world he saw after World War II. That little shop would go on to change the real estate landscape and become one of the first examples of a category killer. Celebrated for its unparalleled selection of merchandise and rock-bottom prices, it was a retail darling for decades, until it wasn't. Changing shopping trends, relentless new competition, and its own hazingas led to declining sales, a loss of customer loyalty, and a brand desperate to survive. But as we conclude this month's series of brands that are no longer with us, we will see an empire rise and an empire die. But since this is Halloween, it's only fitting that we have a twist. As we finish our walk through the brand graveyard, just as the screen starts to fade to black, we see the ground shaking. Our hearts pound in our chest. Unless our eyes are playing a trick on us, a very tall figure is dragging itself out of the ground. We hesitantly inch closer. As our eyes focus, there is no mistaking it. A disheveled and disoriented Jeffrey the giraffe is lying on the ground, gasping for breath, proving there just may still be life in this brand yet. And that's why this week's On Brand is on Toys R Us.
You're all jazzed up, nearly having a cow. You want your favorite show, and it's on right now. It's on brand.
Welcome to On Brand with Jon and Marisa.
I'm Jon.
I'm Harry Potter.
Oh, I'm Jon.
I'm Harry Potter. Marisa.
You look fantastic.
Happy Halloween!
Happy Ghouls Day.
Happy Ghouls Day. Ghouls Day is officially tomorrow.
Tomorrow. The tricks and the treats and the bops and the beats and the kitties in the streets.
I learned a shocking fun fact about a beloved Halloween candy I am dying to share.
M&Ms used to be stored in Army men's navels. That's how they would...
It was one little treat, and if they found themselves shot, they would pop the little belly button M&M, and the last taste in their mouth as they passed away would be a crackling candy shell and chocolate. No, KitKats.
Oh,
Don't say it if you know it.
KitKats, what don't I know? You share them. I mean, you're supposed to. Sometimes I eat them.
Supposed to.
Sometimes I just chomp through like 3 of the bricks at once.
What?
I don't always separate them because it makes me feel naughty.
I never in a million years. I've been eating KitKats daily since we got our giant 100-piece bag of Halloween candy from Costco for $20, which, by the way, is now 1/3 full and will need to be repurchased in advance of the holiday.
Which, by the way, every time I leave here, I sneak like 4 pieces to take home with me.
It's going very rapidly. It's
the weirdest mix. It's got like everything. I feel like it's not just Hershey's or Mars. I feel like it's like everything's in there.
No, it was like conglomerates like held hands for the first time in history.
Yeah.
And there's one of the bags that's chocolate. It has Snickers, Milky Way, Almond Joy, Reese's, peanut M&Ms, regular M&Ms, KitKat. Am I missing any?
Probably, but that's good.
Yeah, it's so many. So KitKats, which I eat by nibbling off the sides, nibbling off the top, separating the layers. Last night I was eating them. I go, this material in between the wafers, is this just chocolate? Because it has like a dustiness. It's kind of like its own thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I looked it up. John,
Oh boy. Should they pull
I
over?
scream to the high heavens, pull over. The chocolatey filling inside Kit Kats is crushed up Kit Kats.
I actually, now, as you were saying it, remembered that.
Unreal. So Kit Kats that do not pass the quality inspection, they get put aside. They get mashed up and added with a little bit more chocolate and sugar to create this like Kit Kat goo that is then spread between the wafers. So I was howling at the moon when I heard that.
Why don't we do that? I mean, that's obviously what's going to taste better with a Kit Kat than a Kit Kat.
It's like using like a spoon made out of Frosted Flakes to eat your Frosted Flakes.
Hello, sharks. It's like, why don't we do that with everything? Why don't we make burger spread out of burgers?
Mashed up burgers.
I mean, you could really go down the line.
Oh, I feel like somebody at Wendy's Inc. is like their ears are burning. There's like that's going to be some crazy, it's going to be a Taco Bell, some crushed up chalupas to make a sauce.
To make a sauce.
Yes.
You know, speaking of this and Wendy's, people, anytime you're like, I feel like getting a Wendy's chili, everyone is so excited to be like, they make the chili with the old hamburgers. And I'm like,
why is that weird?
Like,
Good.
great. Fine. Like, that's a perfect use for the old hamburgers.
Yes.
They're not like tonging them out of the dumpster. They're a little past like being primed to serve as a Dave Thomas single.
Exactly. And you know the sunglasses that Krispy Kreme sells? You know what those are made out of?
Krispy Kreme sells sunglasses?
2 old donuts. I bet you didn't know that.
I ruined your joke, man.
2 old donuts. There's a lot of things like that. You just have to look around.
You always have to be looking. Like, and then once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's really fun.
I'm noticing, okay, we don't talk about what's behind you. I'm distracted because there's a giant tip of a penis over your shoulder. I won't talk about it other than
we
that.
don't have to talk about it. I mean, we're not going to get a chance to. I was excited to get this box. This was a limited edition Walmart exclusive Jem Henson Frankenberry box. The box is actually felted, so it's like fuzzy.
Wow.
So it's like the closest I'll get to having a puppet.
These marketing executives have you wrapped around their little finger.
I have a show. It's like I need things for the show.
This box is so vulgar. I would not feel comfortable having this in my home. I don't want my kids to see this.
I mean, it looks like Seth Rogen and Elton John had a baby,
and that baby was born with penis head.
Remember, this is on brand.
Pea hole head.
Penis is good. Penis is fine. Children know what penises are.
Yes, they know what a penis is.
If they don't, pull over. Mothers, teacher,
It's time
children
to have
about
the
what.
talk.
Okay, so before we get into the show, which also did not get an okay, I did a very dramatic reading. I had
because we started talking about Halloween. I had chills during your opening because this is one that is so sentimental to my generation. Many of the listeners. Toys R Us is like we weep at the grave of Toys R Us.
We do, but maybe we don't have to because it is zombifying itself. It is clawing its way back into the mainstream.
There is an old abandoned Toys R Us that like it feels like it's one of those ones where it's like, oh God, that was so long ago. But I'm like, no, I remember going to that Toys R Us. Like I bought like a baby shower present there. It wasn't that long ago.
It was 2018.
That's
so
not that long ago.
Girl,
so
18, 19, 20, 21,
that's like
2, 3,
3
4,
years ago.
7 years ago.
There's next to our Costco. It's like from our house. Giving people more specific details as to where we live.
I know. Someone was like, you guys need to chill with those details.
I'll bleep that. There's an old Toys R Us nearby, and it has been emptied, and it is a spirit Halloween, and now it's actually a creepy Halloween, creepy with a K.
What's up with these new Halloween? There's like, I love Halloween. I celebrate it. I love the cure. It's all part of my portfolio.
Yeah, sure.
I don't get how we need this many Halloween superstores.
The size of a Toys R Us, which is ginormous. Who is buying these? You walk in, it's like an $800 werewolf for your lawn in this economy?
In this
Who
economy?
is keeping this place afloat? They still have out front, and it's very cute. I don't want to go inside because I know I'm gonna make some purchasing mistakes. They have like theme park level animatronic Mickey and Minnie dressed for Christmas. So it's like a big spooky inflatable arch. There's a Mickey and Minnie full animatronic talking like you would see it like Disneyland, and a minion that's dressed for Christmas that's singing. And I'm like, God, they look so good. But I'm like, those are setting you back, what, 1500?
Yeah, we got to get people in that higher tier.
I really want to amp up my decoration game.
The storage unit
There's
tier.
still, the whole point is this Toys R Us still has remnants from its former life. So if you look in, sure, it's a creepy Halloween now. There's like ghosts and ghouls, but you see hanging from the sign like boys' toys, and you see like, you know, some.
I'm right under that sign.
Some are fun. You're licking your lips. Some are fun. It's like still like the old signage. You see the
faded Toys R Us on the thing
Yes.
outside. It has been there for years.
Exactly.
Fun fact. This was going to be a fun fact at the end of the show. I'm worried the show might be a little long, so I'll just throw it out there now. Last year in Burbank, there was an abandoned Kmart that had been there forever. Nothing had taken its place. Not even Spirit Halloween.
Wow.
And all of a sudden, it was a 1980s Toys R Us. The signage was vintage, everything was signage.
How?
And it turned out that they dressed it for a Michael Jackson biopic that is coming out sometime in the future where like his cousin is playing him and looks incredibly like him.
Oh my gosh.
But there's like, you can see shots of like a fake Michael Jackson walking through a Toys R Us in Burbank. It was so, you can see those pictures online.
That's incredible.
I'll put them on the subs, but it's really fun.
Oh my gosh, take me back.
I know. It is fun. But it is a journey. The story had a journey. I definitely went through a period, but we'll get that. I've been wanting to tell this story for like 2 weeks,
great.
so I just wanted to get it out there.
Yeah.
It probably won't even be as funny as it was at the moment. But you probably remember a couple weeks ago, I went to Chapel Rowan. Mm-hmm. So that was a general admission show. Goes against a lot of what I am as a human being at this point. Giant field.
A lot of kids.
A lot of children.
Yeah, who have the energy to like show up to an event 8 hours early and like wander around on grass.
She went on at 9:15, but you could start lining up at 8 a.m. She went on at 9:15 p.m. So some people had been there for 13 hours. And like once they open the doors at 4, people rush in. I didn't get there till 6. I figure I'll find a place.
It's plenty.
I didn't need to be like right up front. Whatever. But my friend and I, Leah, went and we did find a really nice spot. There was like a VIP section that we couldn't get tickets to. They sold out too fast, which I wanted because it said there were chairs, though when I got there actually weren't chairs, so I didn't feel as bad. But it was kind of penned off and it was nice. It was a little more breathing room. But we were like at the gate of that. So we were like...
You're good. Yeah,
we were good.
Close.
But we were one row away from being able to lean on the gate. These girls got there before us. And these girls, honestly, were fine. But like... we instantly hated them because like one of them was late and plowed through us and we're like, she's like, actually I was here. And like, so then we just kept mocking her for like a half an hour. But like we weren't doing it to her, but we were just being like, we're just bored. We have too much time on our hands.
You're just being
we
catty.
felt like, I don't know the movie, but there's a movie with Kathy Bates where she like rams into a car on purpose. And she's like, honey, I'm older and I have better insurance. Like we felt like those kind of adults. Like
fried green tomatoes.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So these girls are, I feel like it honestly just gave me something to do to be annoyed by them. I can't go to an event like that where I don't find one person.
Have you ever not been annoyed in a room of like more than 15 people?
No, there will always be someone I focus on and hate. And so it was like.
You need an enemy in every room.
I do. And a lot of the times they don't know it.
No, of course not.
So these were my enemies. And then even later, another one had showed up and I'm like, you're an enemy. You don't even know it, but you were an enemy too. And so then like we're bored and we're so tired. And then they started, the girls started taking selfies. And I like turned and I saw one of the selfies and you could see my head in the back of it. Oh my
God.
So for the next 10 selfies, I was like on my tippy toes, like making faces at them. And they were only focused on themselves.
They
so
did not even
They
notice.
didn't realize it. And then I turned to my friend Leah and I was like, oh my God, I'm totally photobombing all their pictures. They're going to die when they realize it. And I turned back around. The girl that had come late was holding up the phone with a picture of me photobombing them. And I
had seen it or didn't see it?
Seen it and was staring at me with like a what the f are you doing look. And I lost it.
Did she have any humor or no, she was mad?
Oh no, it was like I started to laugh so hard. It was like the Converse episode. I hadn't laughed that hard in so long. And then they started laughing and then they're like, she's like, you're so funny. And I'm like, thank you for getting like we ended up becoming like besties. Like when the show ended, I was like, you girls get home safe, okay? Like
did you like ruin it by going like, when I first saw you, you were my enemies. I hated you. I was talking so much shit. And they're like, wait, what?
No.
Why?
know. Everything just melted away.
That's really
She
cute.
said she would send them all to me. I just took a picture of one off of her phone, so I'll
I
post
wanna
that.
see it. Oh
I'll
my
put that in the
gosh, how funny.
supplementals. But oh my God, it was like such a fun moment.
That is really cute. So next time somebody's becoming your enemy, try to find a way to connect.
Mm-hmm.
And you might end up walking away with a best friend.
With a new best friend,
Yeah.
maybe a wife.
Maybe a new podcast co-host.
They were such kids.
That's
they
cute.
they tried so hard to flirt because we were right at the gate of
Oh.
VIP to flirt
Who?
with the guy on the other side of the gate to have just be like, can you just slip us
How
in?
do people flirt these days?
I couldn't hear them, but you could just tell with their body language and how long they kept talking to him. And he would like look around. So I'm like, clearly he's looking to see if he can sneak them in. And he kept denying them. And then my friend, she was just like, they're just not pretty enough to get into that.
Oh my
gate.
gosh.
Like, if you're going to do that, you have to be
Yeah.
like, but I was
Was
like,
he like 70, the security guard, or was he like 22?
22.
Okay, yeah.
But he wasn't like,
yeah.
all that either. It's like, I don't feel like he needed a John trying to figure
Meow.
out the like, I almost said Farrah Fawcett. They don't have to be a Farrah Fawcett to get in.
And he doesn't have to be a John Travolta. I mean, they don't have to be
They
perfect
could be a couple of
tens.
regular Jessica Tandy's.
There you go.
There
Exactly.
you go. Well, we all had a good time in Chapel Row, and if you ever get a chance to see her. And Chapel, if you're listening,
I'm
we
sure
would
she
love to have
is.
you on the pod. Tell us your favorite brand, and
Yeah.
we'll have you as a guest.
Great.
Oh, quick announcement. I know not everyone listening is part of our Patreon or our Discord. But over in Discord, we are doing our version of Secret Santa. It is called Freak-Rit Branta.
Mm-hmm.
Like it, don't. It's like kind of there, but not. The Freak-Rit Branta.
That's perfect.
If you have any interest in doing that, you can join and get in our Discord, and it's a lot of fun. I signed up to do it last night.
Oh, I need to
you
do
know,
that,
you'll get a fun present. You'll meet some nice people. So I wanted to throw that out there because we're talking about it so much on Discord.
If you've been on the fence about joining the Patreon, this might be something that maybe gets you excited.
Sure.
And
And it just supports us and helps us. And it's the holiday. Think of it as a Christmas
holidays.
present. $8 or $127 wherever you're.
Or $5.
Well,
You don't want to push the $5
they'll
tier.
see that if they see it. All right, so let's get into the show. What I want everyone to do right now, immediately, if you
okay.
haven't started driving when you pulled over to get the shocking news about the filling of KitKats, I need you to pull over right now. I'm starting this show with a bombshell. Marisa,
Yes.
I'm going to ask you a question that may seem like it doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the name James Patterson?
Yeah. Who is that?
Author,
yeah.
bookseller,
Novelist,
most
yes.
popular
Yes,
bookseller of all
yes.
time,
Like,
has
is
sold
that
over
right?
450 million copies of his books worldwide.
Yes.
Guinness World Record holder for most New York Times bestsellers.
He's in commercials for his books, too. He's like, I'm James Patterson.
Right, I think.
The lady
or is that
at the
Tom
gate.
Clancy?
No,
or is
I
Tom
think
Clancy a character? We just did a Borders episode and we know very little about
No,
books.
he's a author, yes. I
I'm
can
Tom
confirm that.
Clancy. He made unforgettable characters in series like Alex Cross, The Women's Murder Club,
Mm-hmm.
Jane Smith, and Maximum Ride. He's co-authored #1 bestsellers with Bill Clinton,
Oh my gosh.
Dolly Parton,
Wow.
Michael Crichton.
Wow, there's your dinner party.
Can
you imagine?
I'd still have Andy Warhol and Abe Lincoln, but that would be nice.
Abe Lincoln.
I mean, I love, because there's also rumors.
But we love a tall guy.
We love a tall guy. We love
Sure.
a beardy bitch.
Honest.
Honest,
tall.
very honest. Abe, would you like to take to this bedroom? John, I'll be honest with you. I expect nothing less. No.
Abe, I have one thing to say to you. Leave the hat on.
I'll leave this hat on as well.
I'm sure that's what Mary Todd said every time they took to the boudoir. Leave the hat on. Okay, so yes.
10
Yes.
Emmys.
Yes.
I mean, me one. He
Unreal.
has 10. I can't even, going through that once was so exciting. Going through it 10 times. Okay.
Imagine.
If you would indulge me for just a second,
Okay.
I'd like to read you a short little thing that he wrote that I feel like is really going to sum up this episode.
Toys R Us. Okay.
He wrote, I'm a Toys R Us kid.
Are you kidding?
I'm a Toys R Us kid.
How?
He wrote it. At the time he was working in a advertising agency, the J. Walter Thompson agency.
Okay.
He co-wrote this whole jingle with a woman named Linda Fowler. And at the time he was a creative director, and he literally wrote the iconic jingle for Toys R Us on top of everything else.
But he's not even known for like really being like a musician or a songwriter.
No.
Oh my, I wonder how rich that has made him.
Well, I don't know if they use it. I mean, it's a defunct brand.
But it was pumping at the time. He at the very least got a swimming pool. That is shocking. We are starting with a major bombshell.
I know.
That will be really fun for someone to like tell their dad on a phone call home. You know what I mean?
Dad, you know that book I got you last Christmas? He's like, fry green tomatoes? No.
No, that's the movie with Kathy Bates where she says I have better
has
insurance.
The better insurance. No.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
So throw that out at your Halloween when you're
gosh.
passing out candies with the other parents.
In between apple bobs, so you go down, you bob for an apple, you burst up out of the water.
Spit the apple across her and be like, you're never going to believe what I heard yesterday. All right, well, let's get into it. 1948. We often talk about the effects of World War II on our brands.
Sure.
1948 is the beginning of the baby boom.
The year my mom was born.
1948, the year your mom was born, thanks to my new timeline, the year Dr. Bronner started, and the year In-N-Out started.
Oh, the timeline. God, I love that.
That is
so cool.
That is so cool. So that's where we're at. So there's people in California making the first hamburgers.
Oh.
The guy up in his attic making his soaps, and now we got this guy.
Unreal.
So this is the beginning of the baby boom, and I don't feel like we've talked about the baby boom. I may have talked about it a little bit in Pop-Tarts, because I think that was kind of around the same time too. But basically, if you're not familiar with it, it's a 20-ish year span of time in America where everyone had come back from the war, everyone got married, and everyone had babies. During that 20-ish years, the numbers are all over the place. I'm going to say between 70 and 80 million babies were born in the United States.
What's a normal amount? That's a lot, obviously.
I mean, it varies.
Yeah.
Like then it dips really hard for Gen X. That's why Gen X is the smallest generation.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so these are the people that are called baby boomers, now just called boomers. So a few years ago when everyone's like, okay, boomer, they're talking about these people that were born, these kids that were born after World War II.
Wow.
All right, so we have Charles Philip Lazarus. He's born October 4, 1923, Washington, D.C., born and raised there. His parents have a cute little bicycle shop. He helps them run it.
Cute.
And like a lot of men at the time, he's sent off to war. While he's at war, he's talking to all of his buddies, and they're like, man, I can't wait to get back and marry Rachel and have kids. And everyone's having the same conversation over and over. The war ends. He goes back home. He resumes his life, works in the shop, but he can't shake that everyone was talking about. He wants to do it. He wants to get married, have a family. Everyone was talking about having families.
Yeah.
He's like, what business could I make that would make sense if like all of a sudden we have all these new parents, everyone's having kids.
Wow.
What would make sense to sell? He's been working in a bicycle shop. What would make sense?
He's like, kids can't ride bicycles until they're like
30, 35.
Yeah.
Something like that.
A pregnant lady on a bicycle, that's an accident waiting to happen.
Especially those big wheel, small wheel ones. I mean, we don't know anything about.
I don't even know
how
you even get on one of those.
You can't even figure that out.
Wow.
So he says, why don't I sell furniture? I'm going to sell children's furniture.
Oh, great.
Because all these people are going to be coming in and needing to create their nurseries and then furniture for the children.
Perfect. Yes. A little crib.
So with the permission of his parents, he starts, this is very reminiscent of Joanne, where we had the fabric people and their friends were like, hey, can we sell cheese in your shop?
Yeah.
And they're like, okay. Or vice versa. So he was like, hey, mom and dad, you guys have this bicycle shop. Would it be cool if I, on the side, in the back,
bicycles and
cribs, high chairs, rockers, all the children's furniture.
Sure.
Like, of course, son, we want nothing but the best for you.
Cute.
He finds enough success with that he opens his first shop in downtown Washington, D.C. and calls it Children's Supermart.
A children's supermart.
Children's
Great. Okay,
Supermart.
it's not the most specific, but we're getting closer.
I mean, it's 1948.
Sure.
What a year. I mean, in 1948, you could go see Charles and buy a crib, drive to California, get the first
If you could get past those animals in the parking lot making their mischief, hopping on cars,
Those animals.
playing
You
their
could go
tunes.
be an animal at In-N-Out and then get
Yes.
some organic soap.
Unreal.
So over the next couple of years, he's selling high chairs, he's selling cribs, he's selling this, he's selling that. And when people are buying things, he starts to notice more and more they're asking him the same question. Do you know a place that we could also get a few toys? And he's like, man, he's like sitting on the edge of his bed at the end of the
Wow.
day, like, man, everybody is asking about toys.
Also, the name of the store, it's not far-fetched to think somebody came in and go, it's like, oh, Children's Mart. It's like, do you have toys here? It's like, no, just dressers and changing tables.
Yeah.
That happens for the 300th time in one day. It's like, maybe I should throw a few yo-yos on the sales floor. Maybe a bag of Jacks. See what happens.
I actually liked Jax. I feel like
we should
Jax.
play Jax.
I'm surprised they haven't made a movie of Jax.
Sure.
I mean,
you know
they
why? It's because probably nobody owns it. So like the IP of Jax, like who's pushing to like
Jax have to be public domain.
Jax is definitely
If you're not
public
familiar
domain.
with Jax, they're little toys that you have to bounce a ball and pick them up.
Next game night,
Jax.
Jax.
They're back.
Jax are back.
So what he realized was someone comes in and buys a crib, that's great. More than likely, they never have to buy another crib.
Sure.
They can pass that crib on to the next kid.
Mm-hmm.
That kid can give it to his kid.
I hope he was not releasing termites in the homes of his customers.
Absolutely
Because
possible.
it's the
There
only
was.
way.
I did. Now that I think about it, found a lot of articles about termite infestation near all of his shops.
Okay, there you go.
No, but
and the
he-
mascot was a termite.
Big termite.
Yeah.
But he was like, toys, on the other hand, they wear out. There's trends with them. There's always reasons for parents to buy new toys.
Sure.
Buy
Christmas,
gifts,
birthdays.
birthdays, all of them. He's like, you know what? Let's try selling toys. So he tears down a wall in his shop and makes a little spot where he can just sell toys.
I'd like to run a toy store. I think that'd be fun.
I could see you doing that.
Yeah.
Like an old-timey one, like you're the Meg
Yeah.
Ryan of the bookstore from You've Got Mail, but yours
I want to be the Meg Ryan of anything. I want to be, what's all over you?
There was like a flea on my thing. Do you have fleas?
No, maybe an ant.
No, it was running fast like a flea.
Fleas don't run.
It ran like a flea.
Fleas hop.
Where's that phrase come from? It ran like a
flea.
flea.
Oh man, sorry I'm late. I ran like a flea to get here, but
I'm sorry, I'm out of breath. I just ran like a flea. All right, so he grows this business for several years. And in June 1957, 9 years after opening the very first furniture store, he opens his first store dedicated to toys.
Wow, okay, great.
He calls it Toys
Toys
R
R Us.
Us.
We did it.
Toys R
Yay.
Us. And Lazarus himself, he is described as having very positive energy, a passion for the customer, a love for children everywhere, being successful by understanding what kids need and want. I personally picture him being like the guy who ran the toy store in Home Alone 2. Remember the one that gives Kevin the turtle doves?
Yes.
I looked it up. I was like, was Charles Lazarus the inspiration? AI was like, no. I'm like, I feel like he was.
I think he was.
I think he was. So he would become known for developing 4 business principles. 1, having more toys than anyone else.
Oh.
Isn't that like, that is a phrase, isn't it? The guy with the most toys wins or something like that?
The guy with the most toys wins.
I feel like that's what people like on Wall Street say.
Yeah,
Something like that.
yeah.
Like he with the most toys wins.
It's something, yeah.
So have more toys than anyone else. 2, having the best prices. 3, being in stock when no one else is in stock.
Oh.
And 4, make returns easy.
He's doing the impossible. Sure, it all sounds easy, but can it work?
It sounds easy, but Charles.
Like who? Like is the guy down the street like? My toy store, I'm going to have the highest prices, the slimmest margins,
I do feel like everyone says kind of the same
out
things.
of stock frequently.
The best ingredients.
Yeah.
But
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
I'll give you a little clue. It works.
Oh, boy.
All right, so another thing that he did that I thought was really interesting and I had never really thought about before was he modeled his business after self-service supermarkets that were becoming very popular at the time. And I remember talking about these when I did the HEB episode.
Yes.
So when all of a sudden, when you had a supermarket where you had aisles and shelves and you just go with a cart and pick up the things yourself and check out, that was a new concept at this time.
It's really like early self-checkout. Like
Yeah.
it used to be something somebody did, now you do it yourself.
Right.
That I'm sure there were if it was me
It
back
was
in
you,
time,
you would
I'd be like, what am I paying for if I have to go put my own food in the cart?
Yeah, you would be so mad about it.
I'd be so mad about it.
And I'd be like,
pumping my
"Beep,
own
beep."
gas. Like, I don't
Ooh,
want to do any of this.
I forgot to pay for that one thing. We both see different
Old
opportunities.
sticky fingers, Johnny.
Sorry, I keep playing with my witch nose. It is tight. It's
Is it hot in there?
It's hot, and it's like cutting. I feel like my actual nose. I'm going to take this off. My nose is going to be black and fall off. All right, so he has shopping carts. He is stacking merchandise really high to give shoppers the feeling that there's like this infinite number of toys.
So fun.
There's aisles and aisles. He's trying to create this magical feeling so that when kids are roaming the aisles, it really does feel like it's like an ocean of toys, like floor to ceiling. I've seen pictures of like a freshly stocked one from back in the day, and it just looks so idealistic.
Time machine, take me back.
Time Machine, Big Mac, Toys R Us, In-N-Out Burger.
Perfect.
All the things. Wait, I'm using my time machine for 2 hamburgers? I need to get some priorities. I guess I'll get a Whopper too, because I feel like those are probably better too. I'm going on a time travel hamburger man. Hello, Sharks. Just created a movie.
Time travel hamburger man.
Did you just see Time Travel Hamburger Man? John was so funny.
And if you go, I got tickets to a VIP screening to Time Travel Hamburger Man. At the screening, they give you all 3 of the burgers. And apparently it's like closest to like the original recipe. So you get to kind of like, when John is eating the burger you eat that one, it kind of like times out to where you have them at the same time.
I mean, it writes itself.
It sounds fun.
I mean, I would.
Sounds fun.
Time Burger Hamburger Machine
3
merch.
You're eating 3 burgers in an hour and a half? Okay.
They're sliders. They can't be. They have to be the same size.
They have to be the same size.
That's
for
the whole
ratio.
point. Why they gave us 3 sliders. The whole point of this whole movie is to go back in time to see what the hamburgers are really like. It makes no sense.
You complaining to the person working concessions at the screening for your movie. Wait, are you Time Travel Hamburger Man? Are you the guy from the movie? Why are you here? I wanted the free burgers.
I wanted the free burger. They didn't pay me as much as you think to be Time Burger Hamburger Man. Time Burger? Oh my gosh, I'm drunk. I got Bailey's. All right, so at the time, there was a couple other stores trying to do something similar. 1962, you have Child World opening up, and in 1957, you have Kitty City
Cute.
opening up. All kind of dabbling in the same deal.
Sure.
By 1966, he's got 4 stores, $12 million in sales, $600,000 in profit. He has his best Christmas season ever.
Amazing.
He's really proud, as he should be, of his local accomplishments in creating this little business.
That's great.
But a great man wants more greatness. He wants to take this national.
Wow.
How do you do that? You sell your company to a bigger company that has the infrastructure to do that.
Sure.
So he sells Toys R Us to interstate stores, and they are at the time like this giant department store / discount store company. They're bringing in $400 million a year. You'll remember he's bringing in 12. They buy Toys R Us for $7.5 million, which today is close to $75 million, which... not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad at all. Charles becomes the head of its toy division and gets to stay in charge of overseeing Toys R Us.
That's great. So he's still making a
rich.
salary.
He's still the father of his little baby.
That's great.
It's all good.
Wow.
1960s, we get the introduction of Jeffrey the giraffe as their spokes animal. He had been using a giraffe previously for advertisements called Dr. G. Raff.
Oh.
From 1948
Doctor.
to Doctor. I know. It's funny because it started as a doctor, then he becomes Jeffrey the Giant, then in the early Jeffrey the Giraffe. And then in the early 70s, he got a whole family, which I've seen. It's like, you don't need it. You have his wife, Gigi, his daughter, Baby G, and his son, Jeffrey Jr. In the 90s, they all fade away. And then Jeffrey kind of becomes a kid. So he's like gone from a doctor to a father to a child over the years. He has been a puppet. He's been a drawing. He's been animated. And for a short time was a real giraffe. So he has been on a journey.
Yeah, we've seen that before.
We've seen it.
It doesn't indicate good things to come.
No, you gotta just stick with your Stick with your guy.
Yeah.
Though I do like, I appreciate the new Mr. Pringle. I'm not going to lie.
Oh.
I don't mind him.
Okay.
Sometimes I think you can update without being too...
You can update, but it gets a little confusing or convoluted if, like, the lore changes.
Right.
You know, like...
Wait, weren't you a doctor? Now I'm a baby.
Now I'm a baby. Goo goo gaga. It's like, I have an appointment. My cholesterol's through the roof. I'm here to see a doctor. Me no docky anymore. That really got you. Is your cholesterol through the roof? Are you burger time travel man?
Well, no one. Well, okay, so you said you're worried about your cholesterol. Let me ask you this: how many hamburgers have you had in the last hour? Only 3, made with old timey fresh beef.
Really old beef.
Oh, that really tickled my tonsils. Oh, no.
You wish.
Hey, this is a kid-friendly show. All right, so then they again spent several years growing the company and opening new stores. Only 8 years after Interstate buys Toys R Us, they are up to 51 stores.
Wow.
Remember, 8 years ago, they only had 4. So
rapid expansion.
they're doing what he dreamed that they would do.
Sure.
Stores popping up everywhere. They established themselves as the #1 toy retailer in the country, and they're doing great. But you know who is not doing great, Marissa Pendon?
Ooh, John Glauber.
Interstate.
Why?
So Toys R Us is doing good, but their discount arms are really struggling.
Oh, shoot.
So 1974, Interstate goes into bankruptcy. The court puts trustees in place. They wanted to, I didn't know there were different types of bankruptcy. There's like, they wanted to file for one. I think they wanted like chapter 10, which means...
Oh, chapter 11 is like the regular one.
Or maybe they wanted 11, which means they're like, we're going into bankruptcy, we're going to restructure, we'll figure it out. But then the other one, whichever one it is, not 10 or 11, the court can be like, we don't trust you. You haven't been good with your money, so you have to go into that chapter.
There's like chapter like 2 bankruptcy.
I don't know, but I know that there's 10 and 11. But when that happens, with what happened with them, they're like, we don't trust you to figure this out, so we're going to put trustees in place who will come in and sort it out for you. You'll have a better chance at that. So that's what they did. And Charles, it was also part of trying to keep Toys R Us going because it was like the one great thing in their portfolio.
Sure.
So he was really determined not to let Toys R Us sink with the Interstate ship. So he did, and this reminded me of Sundance catalog. I'm seeing a lot of parallels, especially in what is interesting is the parallels I'm seeing are in other brands that died.
Yes.
Joanne died, Sundance died, but
we could become with all of our knowledge like brand assessors that like can see, you know what I mean?
people bring us in. They're like, are we going to die? And we're like, honestly,
wait, we're doctors.
We are the doctors. And they're like, I'm worried about my cholesterol. And I'm like, I'm here to look at the books. You have 13. You need to file for bankruptcy. He's like, but what's this spot on my back?
What's this weird spot on my back? You call in Jeffrey the
Abe.
giraffe.
It's Abe Lincoln. Man, this is going to be quite a movie. Abe, get in the time machine. Don't forget your hat. So he actually slows down growth because he doesn't want to grow too much. Doesn't stop it altogether. He still manages to open 16 stores between 74 and 77. Still has great sales and profits. And I learned that this particular time in the 70s was a very good time to have a toy store for 2 different reasons. There was something called the Consumer Goods Pricing Act, which was passed. So what I didn't know, and apologies if I don't get this completely right, up until like 1975, manufacturers would determine the price of a product, and you just went by that price. So this toy is $14.
MSRP or whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, no, because that's manufactured suggested pricing. So that's what changed. So then they suggest a price, and then you create the price. But at the time, so there wasn't competition. So people weren't fighting to like, oh, we have it for this, we have it for that. Everyone sold it for that. That became an issue once there was inflation. So then they passed that act, and it became the end of manufacturers determining the pricing, and stores could set prices.
That makes sense.
I think that was the cliff-noted version of what happened in 1975.
I think that seems right. Is that good?
Yeah, for stores. I mean, it's good for competition. Maybe it's not, but I mean, I'm sure at a time it would be nice for everything just to be...
I'm going to Dodger Stadium. I'm paying $20 for a hot dog. You setting the price? That ain't fair. It's kind of like
I'm
like
Hamburger
that.
Boy. I've come from the future. I've been told that you need some help. Here, I'm going to take you to the first hot dog.
I'm gonna eat this hot dog on top of my 3 burgers.
Talk about what I think is probably reversed.
What?
I feel like going back in time to get like an original Big Mac, you're going to get a really great Big Mac. Going back in time to get the first hot dog,
It has like tonenails in it.
it. So like new hot dog good, old hamburger good.
Yes, so true.
So put that in your
Pipe
Abe
and
Lincoln
smoke
cap
it.
and suck it off. All right, so I said there was 2 reasons it was good to be a toy store. That first one
Yes.
was the pricing. The second one was you started to see advertising on television for toys.
I was gonna say this feels very much in like the Pee Patty doll, you know,
Yeah.
like the
Pee-Pee-
the Brady Bunch toys, right? Wasn't that a Brady Bunch toy, the Pee Patty or something?
It was
There was some
Betsy
kind of
Wetsy
Betsy
or
Wetsy,
something.
yes. It
wasn't
feels like
that,
we're
but
in
there
the Betsy Wetsy era where you're seeing kids in commercials showing toys, G.I. Joes, Hot Wheels cars. It feels like this is when there's a big push where kids are telling their parents, I was watching Captain Kangaroo and I saw this ad for this Barbie.
Yeah.
And I would let's go to the store and get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, cool.
So you start to see that. So the more, obviously more advertising on television, the better it's going to be for sales. That's just a basic point of economics. God, this nose. I'm sorry. I apologize. I've never picked my nose so much. Does that look like I'm picking it?
It does.
April
Speaking
6th.
of doctors, you should get that wart checked out. It's black on the end.
I should go to my doctor with this on. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, everything's good. I do have a couple concerns.
That would be really funny to make a dermatologist appointment and show up and say, I have this spot on my nose. I don't know what it is. It's like, it's gotten bigger. And then you show up to the dermatologist and you just have that fake witch's nose on. And like, it's like, is that it? And you're like, yeah, I just thought it'd be funny. It's like, you like booked an appointment like 3 weeks in advance for this little joke? Are you psychotic?
Yeah. Why aren't you laughing? Don't you know me at all? All right, so April 6, 1978, Toys R Us emerges from bankruptcy with Charles steering the ship. They now have 63 stores. They're in 9 states, $17 million profit off of $300 million in sales. They've doubled the profit from the year before. And I think it's interesting to note when Interstate purchased Toys R Us, they were only 15% of what Interstate was.
Oh, wow.
Now, coming out of bankruptcy, they are now 85% of it. Interstate officially changes their name to Toys R Us Incorporated.
I mean, you
so
got
this
it, yeah.
little baby that they purchased has now become the whole, as they like to say, the whole enchilada.
The whole enchilada.
The whole enchilada.
Add an enchilada to your food for the day.
I
3
gotta go-
burgers,
3
a hot
burgers.
Dodger dog, and an enchilada.
I'm going to sleep well tonight. So, and what was another thing that I saw a lot of articles on this. I didn't read a bunch about them, but I thought it was interesting because I agreed with it was, I think when we see a business go into bankruptcy, we assume that is it.
Yeah.
It's Doomsville. We've even talked about it on the show. We don't really know what it means.
No.
It means that they're trying to figure out how to cut the fat and do what they need to do to survive. And there were all these articles that were like, Toys R Us proves that bankruptcy can do that. So it was like a first
interesting.
example that was kind of held up is like, see, you can struggle, you can go into bankruptcy and come out.
It's not always the end of the
It's
story.
not always the end of the
Interesting.
game. So I thought that was interesting.
When you're in bankruptcy, like, because there'll be these companies that say, oh, they're $350 million in debt that they can't repay. Great, you do that restructuring. Do you have to repay that money or does it like,
Yeah, I think the whole point of it, you have to learn how to, like, well, and we'll see this happen a lot of times. We'll see it eventually with this too. You'll have those private equity people come in that we talk about all the time who have a bunch of money.
Yeah.
And like, here's that money.
Yeah.
Here's more.
and we'll own now part of your company,
right.
maybe.
But now you're in debt with what they're giving you.
Oh, yeah.
They're
Seems
trying to figure out how to
impossible to
restructure.
get out of.
It's
Have you ever like not paid a bill and then eventually they're like, just give us whatever you can?
No.
Oh, that's happened to me before. Like you'll get like a doctor bill sometime. Like, oh, you
Doctor bills you should always fight.
You
Never
yeah.
pay the full price
You
of a
go
doctor
to the
bill.
emergency room, whatever, because you break your toe. They send you a bill. They say, oh, it's $2,500. You just like wait a few months. They send you another one that's like $2,500. They send you another one that's like $2,000. And then like enough, like 5 letters later, they're like, just give us like $50. And you're like, well.
I have always heard fight every doctor bill.
Yeah, fight.
Be like,
fight
you-
every doctor you meet.
Put on a witch's nose and fight. No, but you say, like, listen, I'm not working. I can afford to give you $200. And they'll be like, what about $300?
It was only recently that I learned that riding in the ambulance is not free.
It's very expensive.
I thought, like, how nice that, like, you get to, like, if you're hurt, you can just take an ambulance. It's like, God forbid.
Well, I mean, we don't even have to get into the state of our healthcare, but I remember I had to go to the emergency room a few years ago, and me being me, I need to know what things cost, and I'm like, so what is this going to cost? What's covered? What's not? They're like, we don't know. It's like,
They
so
don't know. No one
I'm just
knows.
going in there, and I'll eventually just get this giant bill. And
It should be like the fire department, where it's like
they
they
should
come
be
and
like,
they
it's
just
$200 for
yeah.
us to take you in,
Yeah.
and here's a list of what your meds cost.
I agree.
I don't know why it's so.
Why is it so mysterious?
It's like a blind box of health.
It is.
Oh, good. I got a liver. I don't need a liver.
Well, you got it. You can go on eBay, try to get rid of it.
I have high cholesterol. All right. So 1970s, Toys R Us is really coming into its own. The supermarket style of store is paying off. They've got low prices. They have huge inventory. A smaller toy store may have 25 models of different bikes. Toys R Us will have 150.
Wow.
They're 15 to 30% cheaper than department stores.
That's cool.
They're usually located freestanding and not within a mall, which is cheaper. Mall rent is more expensive. So they were just kind of doing everything right.
Yeah.
As new stores opened, they all looked the exact same inside. Charles would say, I should be able to close my eyes and walk into any Toys R Us and walk 130 feet and put my hands down and touch the exact stack of items in every
my
store.
gosh.
If I'm not, then something is wrong.
That's really funny because a lot of stores will intentionally shuffle up inventory.
And try to look like kind of fit into like the neighborhood.
Be a little individualized, but also just like to keep it kind of like loosey-goosey so that you're kind of getting lost. You're having to like discover
That's
things.
what Costco does.
Yeah.
Costco wants you to get lost in the store.
It is always. I actually had that thought walking into Costco. I'm like, how do they move all this stuff? So like I was here last week and now the puffer jackets are in the front where the protein powder used to be. It's like they had to like move all of that stuff.
And is that
crazy.
somehow related? Do protein powders mean I'll need a puffer jacket?
It's possible.
Having a sale in all things pee, and then you have to poop because you're in a store for some reason.
Well, it's not my fault.
Okay, so 1978, Toys R Us becomes a public company. They start trading on the New York Stock Exchange. 1983, we're up to 169 stores, 26 states, $1.3 billion in sales.
Wow.
Their earnings are up to $92 million. They control 12% of the entire toy market.
Thank goodness they didn't go under.
That not only didn't go under, they became this like megathon.
Yeah, megathon.
Megathon of toy. It's to trying to think of a new word. Megathon of toys.
No, I wanted to hear your new word.
I don't have time. I have to get through this show.
Stop squeezing your nose.
It's so hurty, but I don't want to like put it. I don't want to. Oh, I'll be a unicorn.
It's really red at the top of your nose.
It really hurts. So all their stores have this massive inventory. They have developed this cutting edge inventory tracking system. So, and it seems so basic now, but as things are scanned, they can collect data on what's selling so they know what to order more of, but it tells them what's not selling, so what they can put on sales.
That's cool.
It detects trends. They're just really kind of cutting edge at the time. So Charles Lazarus is credited with transforming the toy industry, for creating the most important toy store in the country, if not the world, for creating one of the first retail category killers. If you don't know what that is, it's basically when a big store that focuses on one thing. It's Fox Books from You've Got Mail. When one big store that focuses on one thing comes into a neighborhood and the mom and pop shops tend to shut down because they just can't
destroy all
take
the
the competition. When they have grand openings of their stores, there are these huge celebrations. Jeffrey, his wife Gigi, baby G, all the kids will be there. I saw one that had Lee Majors was going to be there. He was a big TV star from the 70s. He played like the $10 Million Man or something like that. Rainbow Bright would show up, Snoopy, He-Man, Skeletor,
cute.
Garfield. So it was just they were having a lot of fun. In the 90s, Kiddie City and Child World would both go out of business. So they became, of the three big ones, the one that rose to the top.
Wow.
They have all of this success. They're like, we did really well with toys. What if we tried our luck at clothing? July 1983, they introduced Kids Are Us.
Oh.
Kids Are Us. If you didn't know, I always knew that there was a Kids Are Us, and we'll get to a Babies Are Us, but I didn't know what Kids Are Us was. Basically, it was them trying to do the same thing that they did with toys with clothes.
I don't think I ever really made that connection.
I didn't either. So they needed to have, it was a bunch of designer clothes, but better prices. They did the same kind of setup that they did with Toys R Us. It was like a shopping supermarket experience, discounted prices, liberal return policy. The only difference was there's a lot more competition at this time for apparel than there was for clothes.
Oh.
Clothes, they were kind of like, walking into we're an empty, gymnasium. We're here. We're going to do toys.
Yeah.
Clothing, you just have a lot more competition.
Sure.
And what's interesting is they filed lawsuits against Izod and Federated Stores, claiming that they were doing price fixing and that these companies were trying to prevent the brands from supplying Kids or Us with clothing.
Oh, weird.
So they were like the bullies of the clothing business.
Yeah.
I didn't go into all the lawsuits to see how those all played out because I just didn't find it important.
Interesting.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Despite this, they still sell a ton of clothes, and within a year, they've already got 6 Kids R Us stores. At the same time, also, so we didn't talk about how the logo came to be. If you don't know the Toys R Us logo, the R is backwards. Classic, and I'm wondering if they're the ones that made it classic, because I feel like you can't see anything where a child is supposed to have written something where there's not a backwards letter. It's something that has been a pet peeve of mine forever. It's just drives me crazy for some reason, and I think that they may have started it. Charles did it because he said he wanted it to have a childlike appearance and suggest that a child had written the logo, obviously. So it all makes sense why he did it, but it became a very popular thing in the 80s.
Oh, interesting.
So we started to see Lamps Are Us. We saw Tots Are Us.
So they invented R Us.
They are staking claim to Are Us. There were Films Are Us, Fish Are Us, Bagels Are Us, Auto Parts Are Us, on and on.
That is crazy. Is the R always backwards in all those? That can't be.
I don't
want to buy my auto parts from a store created by a child.
Wait, did a baby run this place? Yes, but you should know he used to be a doctor. Okay.
So he does have a PhD. Great.
Can he look at the spot on my back and give me spark plugs? I don't even know if people use spark plugs anymore. I feel like I never hear anyone say I need a new spark plug anymore.
Yeah. Oh, God. I had to spend so much money at the mechanic. 6 new spark plugs. Can you believe it?
I ran home like a flea to get my wallet. Yeah, I feel like spark plugs aren't a thing anymore. I'm sure someone will tell us in the Discord why that is to be. But they would send cease and desist letters. They fought these. Some places just ignored them.
Good luck.
Some of them were scared because they've got big Toys R Us money and they would change their name. So that's a
waste of energy. Nobody is going to be confused that Auto Parts R Us is a Toys R Us.
Well, I thought that too. I felt like that seemed a little silly, but I didn't realize in their defense was in their advertising, they use the R for a lot of things.
Okay.
So they could be like Bikes Are Us.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So it was really part of their branding.
Yeah.
And so
they put their own twist on it.
I was kind of like, they maybe do kind of have a point that it would confuse people.
Okay.
I'm
back on their side.
Yeah. All right. Then the 90s came. I mean, is there anything better than the 90s for the general population? The 90s, you had Seinfeld, you had Sex and the City, you had obviously Titanic. 9/11 was just another day in September. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
It was just September 11th.
A great day. It's like that might be the first day that you go, is it sweater weather?
It might be sweater weather. Oh, and it's Shauna's birthday. I should send her a handwritten letter because it's the 90s and we don't text yet.
We don't have email.
I will send her a
card from a Hallmark store.
A card from a Hallmark store. I need to buy it 2 weeks before her birthday and send it within 7 days of her birthday.
Wow, what a time.
90s for Toys R Us, not so great.
Wow, I'm surprised.
We start to have more competition moving in.
KB Toys.
We've got KB Toys. We've got Walden Books. Those are competition, but not quite like a Walmart,
Sure.
a Kmart,
Sure.
a big box retailer.
Because you know what Toys R Us doesn't have is a Little Caesars with crazy bread.
Oh, man.
So you're going shopping with mommy. You're getting a little bag of crazy bread to eat in the cart.
Kmart. I'm like, Mom, I need to run to the restroom. Okay, honey. And it's just me cutting to Little Caesars and getting like a mini pizza without my mom knowing with money I stole out of her wallet. Fools. Oh, wait, I'm a witch. So you have all these big stores and they've got a lot of purchasing power. They can afford to get the hottest toys in. They have a lot of clout with businesses already. So that's an issue. I compare it kind of to the Costco chicken. It's like a leader item. Like we'll lure them in with the hot toy. Then we're going to get them to buy. They offer a lot more, obviously, than a Toys R Us. So. Video games became a major player in the 90s, which is great. You had Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Game Boy, PlayStation, iconic game systems, but everyone sold them. So it wasn't just theirs to sell.
Yeah.
So that wasn't really helping.
Interesting.
All of these threats, they start to eat away at Toys R Us's profitability, and that slips over the decade. 1994, Charles Lazarus steps down as the chief executive. It's the end of an era. And then this is another thing that we saw both in Joanne and in Borders.
Yes, we can see it coming.
We go through 2 decades of a revolving door of different executives and CEOs and just new faces and new blood.
Huge red flag.
3 of our dead shows had this happen.
This is huge.
So that is definitely a thread that I see.
If you're a student in marketing, and we mentioned this before, listen to this Dead Brand series because you will learn more than you will in your 4 years at Harvard
or Yale
or
Princeton or Long Beach Community College because you couldn't afford it.
There you go.
1996, we're a year out from Titanic. I don't have time to go into that. They are toys. They are kids. They are babies? Looking for another path to revenue, the first Babies R Us store opens.
Is it a whole store or is it part of a Toys R Us?
It eventually will become a lot of places. They would have 2 stores side by side, or you could enter. You could enter one. At the time, I think that they were their own thing.
Wow!
I was reading an article about one of their grand openings, and the line of special guests really cracked me up. You had Cat in the Hat. Okay,
cute.
Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Great.
Perfect. A Cabbage Patch Kid. One? Just like which one? They're all different. Are we getting...
Also, like, is that somebody in a big mascot suit? Because a big Cabbage Patch Kid seems scary.
4 pounds of yarn on their head. So A Cabbage Patch Kid, Care Bears, okay,
cute.
And Birthday Bear. Who's that?
Who's Birthday Bear?
Who the heck is that?
It's not my birthday. Why are you here?
Is that like a Toys R Us thing I'm not familiar with? Oh, did you hear Birthday Bear's going to be there? I wanted to see Hamburger Time Machine Man.
Mommy, can my party this year be themed Birthday Bear? The famous kids thing.
You don't want Star Wars? Birthday Bear.
I'm going to be Birthday Bear for Halloween this year.
1997, again, I don't have time to talk about it. We all know what happened in 1997.
Huge.
But what also happened while Titanic was taking over the world, etoys.com launched.
Etoys.com.
Etoys.com launched November 1997. This story is wild and it only takes like 3 sentences. November 1997, etoys.com launches. It's a retail website that sells toys via the internet. January 1999, they have their IPO. Their value shoots up. It's very representative of the .com bubble. April 1st, 2001, etoys.com goes bankrupt. They're around for such a short amount of time.
Oh my gosh, good.
And now we're entering the part of the story that I have labeled, Let the Cracks Begin.
Yes.
1998, in order to keep up, Toys R Us launches their own website. It does not go great. The website keeps crashing.
Wow.
Customers are not happy. Customer service takes a big ding. They lose business to eToys.
That was really make or break. If you were able, in like 1998, 1999, to have just luck of the draw, however your IT team was at your company, if they were competent, it was like, great, your company went on to now be one of like the #1 companies, top 10 in the world, versus the guys who we had build our website, they weren't the smartest. They weren't A+ students in school. great, we're bankrupt in 5 years. Like
Yeah.
it was so make or break.
It really was.
We really learned that too from the Dead Brands Month.
It was a wild time. There's another connection from the Dead Brands that's about to come up. So 1999, they're like, frick this. We need to really figure out how to do websites. So they improve the look, improve the function, improve inventory. They start carrying toys online that they can't get anywhere else. They spend millions of dollars marketing that they have a website. Like, everyone come check us out. You can do all this online now. They proposed free shipping in November, which nobody was doing free shipping at the time. And shoppers flooded to the site. Why wouldn't they? They're told how great it is.
Wow.
Between November 22 and December 12, it was an average of 1.7 million visitors a week. And that was a little less than eToys, but definitely in the ballpark. They were getting like 1.9 million.
Wow.
And that should be great for business, right? No, it's not at all. There's too many customers for the site that they built. For weeks in November, they had to limit. This is what reminded me of Sundance had to limit the amount of catalogs that they sent out.
Yes.
So these people had to limit how many people were getting on their website to try to prevent it from crashing.
Oh my goodness.
They were forced to add computer power in December so more shoppers could get in and it wouldn't shut down. The warehouse that they had wasn't able to process and ship all the orders. They had put in like this new untested fulfillment system that wasn't working right. It was just a total like cluster. You can find like articles about like how bad Toys R Us's Christmas was in 1999.
Wow.
Oh, actually, I forgot. I have from CBS News.
Okay.
The following piece of reporting.
Here we go.
ToysRUs.com began emailing shoppers late Tuesday that their purchases would not arrive, but said they would immediately be compensated for the inconvenience with a $100 coupon. Some customers now vow to never again buy from ToysRUs.com. And the last-minute search for substitute gifts won't be easy, with many retailers already having run out of some of the season's most sought-after toys, such as Amazing Alley, interactive dolls, and Game Boy Color video game systems.
Shoot.
Sorry,
Timmy.
Sorry, Timmy, you're not getting that Amazing Alley doll. It's Ally, Mom. No, it's Alley. There was a single mom who was quoted saying, if they couldn't handle the demand, they should have stopped taking orders.
I agree.
Now I have to scramble around with time I don't really have to make up for their mistakes.
That's really, that's sad. That's a bummer.
Yeah, so some people were like, people were putting in these orders, and it was one of those things where, like, if you order by this date, you'll get it on Christmas, and then that date came, and no one said anything, and then they're like, it's going to be a little later, and then some people was like, it'll be in January. It was just like, sure, there's worse things, but, it's not a great thing for parents.
It's not great.
It's not great.
It's not great.
So, August 2000, who does Toys R Us hook up with? Same the Borders did. Amazon.com.
Oh, yes, that's right. That was in 2000.
So they hook up with Amazon.com to run their website. They enter this 10-year partnership.
Yes.
Amazon's going to run ToysRUs.com. People will be redirected to Amazon. They won't even realize that I went on the Wayback Machine and looked it up. It looks like Toys R Us, but at the bottom it says Amazon.
Interesting.
And they're like, you'll be the exclusive seller of toys at Amazon.com. Until Amazon, being Amazon, is like, oh, you want to sell toys too? Okay. Oh, you've got toys to sell? Come on. Toys R Us is like, what the frick? So they end up suing Amazon because they no longer the exclusive toy owner.
It's a breach of contract.
Yeah,
sure.
They have all this competition when they're not supposed to. They settle and end up dissolving the relationship after 5 years.
Well, but by then the damage is done.
The damage is done.
People are now like, Amazon was probably able to offer a speed and an inventory that Toys R Us can't replicate. So after those 5 years, it's like, it's already done.
It's already done. And you know what happens? For the first time ever?
What?
Walmart becomes the #1 seller of toys in America.
Oh, wow.
Not Toys R Us.
Wow.
Toys R Us's best days are behind them at this point, but they're still kind of cocky. They're still opening new stores. They're not taking care of the existing stores. This is the Hazinga. So they're letting stores kind of get run down. They're not trimming the fat to stay lean and mean, but they're opening new stores. There was a quote from like an executive who said something like, our target audience was moms with kids, but I'm looking around the room of everyone running this company and it's all men in ties.
Interesting.
He's like, it didn't really make sense. Then 2011, they open a giant store in Times Square, which I will put pictures up. It looks amazing. There's a life-size Barbie dream house in it.
That's fun.
Which we did an episode on.
Yes.
There's a 20-foot-high animatronic T-Rex in it, a 3-story Ferris wheel in it. It's
my
like this
gosh.
huge, like,
Yeah.
Times Square, amazing destination toy store. There was a quote there from someone who was at that event, and he said, right before we opened, he looked out and he saw all the kids and all the excitement in their eyes. And I thought to myself, this is what Toys R Us is.
Yes.
And this quote came much later because he was just remembering that. And then he went on to say, and I think we've just lost all of that, which was very sad.
That's sad.
2003, they shutter all the Kids R Us stores. That's done. 2005, I call this the slow-acting suicide pill they swallow.
Oh, wow.
We
It's very
have
dramatic.
Very dramatic. They pop this pill. They're like, this is going to help. This is what Joanne did. We had Bain Capital, Kohlberg, Kravis Roberts,
What are
and
these?
Vornado Realty Trust.
Hell.
Buys Toys R Us. They do a leverage buyout deal, exactly what happened with Joanne. They put $6.6 billion into the company. That's supposed to boost sales, supposed to position the company for stock offering again. It's supposed to help these investors get their money back eventually. But it really just loads Toys R Us down with debt. And it's like this chain and weight that is just going to drag them down over the next 8 years.
This is so tragic.
It is really depressing. 2009, they are a little desperate. They start gobbling up other toy stores to see if that'll help. They buy what's left of eToys, Toys.com, KB Toys, and FAO Schwartz.
FAO Schwartz.
I know. I don't even talk about them at all in this.
Ugh.
I
So
know.
sad.
2010, they tried to do an IPO again, but the sales were declining. So they had registered to do one and eventually just have to pull the registration because they just can't do it. 2015, the Times Square store closes. They blame high rents. So that's now gone. 2017, they bring in a law firm that specializes in restructuring. They're hoping that they can figure out a way to make this work.
Yeah.
2018, they file for bankruptcy and they only plan to close 182 stores. It's just like Sundance, like a few days later, they announced to all their employees that they're actually going to close all 800 stores. 1 week later, Charles Lazarus dies,
Oh,
right?
God.
After Toys R Us announces that they would be
Is
liquidating
that what
the
killed
stores.
him?
No, he wasn't involved anymore.
Okay.
And I did read someone who was close to him and there while he was on his deathbed and said he did not tell him the news because he didn't want him that to be like the last thing
he
that
hears.
By the way, Toys R Us is gone. Ugh. But I'm sure he knew the writing was on the wall.
That is really sad.
Maybe. I don't know what he knew. What am I talking about?
I'm
False reporting?
I'm
I'm sure
he
he
knew.
was aware. Jesus.
His estate reaches out, issue a correction. He did not know. John, why are you guessing
Turns
that? Why are you
out-
so sure he knew?
Time travel hamburger guy does not have all the facts.
Not a reliable witness.
Former employees and executives would say Toys R Us's status as the most important toy store in town left it cavalier, even cocky at times. It didn't invest in its stores, even as it was adding to the fleet, leaving it vulnerable when new competition moved in.
Wow.
And on June 28, 2018, Toys R Us closed its final doors and the brand died. Or did it? Because less than 9 months later, True Kids Incorporated acquires the intellectual property of Toys R Us. And for the next 6 years, I'm going to plow through this because so much has happened that I wasn't aware of.
Why do they wait 9 months after it dies? Why do they know that it's on its way out? This is what I don't understand. It's like with Party City. They waited until all the Halloween stuff was in the garbage and all the stores were emptied and all the shelves and displays had been sold and liquidated for this company to go in and go, You know what? Maybe I will buy Party City. It's like, what now?
There must be
Sir,
some
now?
there must be some reason for it. And I didn't look into True Kids Incorporated, but True is the initial for Toys R Us. So I don't know if it's somehow people that were already involved with it or
Interesting.
what.
They
But
peeled off into a new thing and had to wait until a certain amount of time.
yeah, but all I know is Toys R Us died in the summer of 2018, and less than a year later, or in some point in 2019, they opened 2 new stores in New Jersey and Texas.
Okay.
Then 2020, True Kids partners with Amazon again to run the Toys R Us website.
God, you fool.
History repeating itself. Then the pandemic hits.
Not
it's
great.
for online sales,
Yeah.
not great for brick and mortar.
Yeah.
Both of those 2 new stores closed down.
Very sad.
2001, a brand management company, WHP Global, acquires controlling interest in True Kids. So now they're like, we're going to take over the expansion. They have this whole new shift in branding ideas. They want to do store in stores at 400 plus Macy's stores.
Great.
Sell toys on the Macy's website, really put these 2 brands together.
Great.
December 2021, they opened 2 new flagship stores again.
Okay.
August 2022, Toys R Us opened new Macy's store-in-store locations in 9 states. By October of that year, they are in every Macy's across the country. 2023, and who saw this coming? Babies R Us is back.
What?
They reopen at the same mall that the current flagship for Toys R Us
wow.
is at. They open a second flagship store at Mall of America.
Okay.
Then they start doing what they're calling these small store concepts, and they open a store in Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport.
An airport
Thinking
store.
outside of the toy box?
Wow.
Then 2024, a new collab, Baby R Us meets Kohl's. They do store in stores in Kohl's.
Great.
Open 2 more flagship stores in Illinois and Texas.
Okay.
September 2025, 1 month ago. How are we on the cutting edge of all of this
This is
stuff?
literally like 1 month.
1 month ago,
Oh my
they
God.
announced that they are opening 10 more flagship stores and 20 seasonal holiday shops by the end of this year.
Wait, a seasonal holiday shop? That means there will be like a Toys R Us Christmas pop-up?
Like a pop-up
in an old Toys R Us?
or in an old Joanne, or an old Borders, or at the Sundance Catalog Factory.
Wow.
And that's where it's all left off. Current news, a month ago. By the end of the year, it is October 24th. So we've got 2 months and change to open all of these pop-ups
How?
and flagships. I think some of the flagships have already opened.
Okay.
And that's it. That's where we're at.
This is incredible news.
And what did I write for my last thought? This I thought was good yesterday. I don't remember what it is. This is the story of a man building an empire, winning the world's heart, losing its way, collapsing, and now trying to rebuild itself again.
Wow. I am here cheering on the sidelines for this.
I am exhausted.
So, okay. So they're coming back in a big way soon. So I
Sounds
would
like they're
say
just trying to come
they're
back.
trying just to come back.
I mean, maybe not have 400 like normal stores,
Sure.
but like maybe a big store in LA, a big store in New York.
And do they have to be the same size, like the size of a Best Buy, like so gigantic? Maybe like they're like a third of the size.
I think the square footage was smaller going in, but
this is something where we've learned from e-commerce dominating our lives. Amazon is very convenient for our Christmas shopping and our holiday shopping, but we've learned now trust in online shopping is getting lower. For the last 2 birthdays, we've gone to a local toy store for the kids' birthdays. They walk the aisles, they pick out their toys, they buy them. And I'm like, how did I believe the lie that it saves time to do online shopping? Because now it takes so long to compare, read reviews. You have to like do so much. It feels like work. And it actually probably takes hours and hours to do your Christmas shopping that way, as opposed to clicking on the links, this one's whatever. Is this the good one? Is this the bad one? You go in a store, you go into a Toys R Us. Check out this November if there's a Toys R Us that's opening near you. You spend an hour in the store, you get all of your Christmas shopping done, and you are having a delightful experience. You're not
With your
hunched
kids
over a
with you.
computer, sweating and grunting and mad.
Or you can take your kids with you, and they
can
can
take your
show
kids
you
with
can see
you.
what they respond to and what they like.
Yes, that was so fun, bringing the kids into the toy store and they're picking out their birthday presents. It was so fun. And so I will be doing that. I will be, if there's a Toys R Us pop-up in the Toys R Us Husk, I will be there, and we will be doing our Christmas shopping there. Mark my words.
I feel like I did see us on the list. It might have been like Long Beach, but I do feel like we were getting one
Hop in the car. We're driving 45
driving
minutes.
to Long Beach. But yeah, no, I think that was a good rant. I mean, that's how you were at Party City. Your kids would go there and get so excited about seeing all this stuff.
And you see things in real life, and it's more fun. And I mean, even if you don't have a Toys R Us coming near you, every neighborhood has a toy store.
Yeah.
And so try in person, and then you'll be like, oh my God, I got to be in a toy store for an hour, and then I got ice cream afterwards, and maybe I got a hamburger.
I met a young boy that was once a doctor. Jeffrey does look really childlike now, and it's a style that it's not my favorite style of animation,
artwork,
but he's there, he's back.
They're trying things.
I guess the families he doesn't have a family now.
He's an orphan.
Yeah, he
Wait,
took the
he's
time machine.
Doogie Howser.
He's Doogie Howser. I
Child
thought you were going to
doctor.
say he's Time Machine Giraffe Man.
He is Time Machine Hamburger Giraffe.
Well, I don't think I have to ask you. I think you just answered it clearly. Toys R Us is a hard-on brand.
It's a hard-on brand for me, and I'm waiting. I have my little black hat with the black veil over my face at the funeral. I'm in waiting. I'm sitting Shiva, and now I'm excited to meet it on the other side.
Yeah, I'll say it's a hard-on brand for me too. I didn't even go into. I went through a period when I was collecting my Simpson figures years and years ago, where I found myself in Toys R Us.
You got doubles, one to play with, one to store.
Always one to open, one to keep mint. They're all in the unit. But when I was going through that was when they were in their decline. That's when and also there's something about just a lot of retail stores in LA that are just run down.
Yeah.
So the Toys R Us here were not joyful to go to.
Well, and that's what sucks is these companies, as we've learned, in summation, like this happened with Joann's, they in an effort to save money, they should be cutting some of those salaries of the big pigs at the top.
Yeah.
The giraffe budget's through the roof. Losing the quality of the experience. You go in, it's like, you know where I haven't been in a Toys R Us in a while. Maybe I'll go in. And you go in and your socks, it's like the dream would be, oh, your socks are knocked off by how wonderful it is, how clean it is, how friendly everybody is. The exact opposite. It reaffirms why you haven't been in there in a while. You're like, oh God, it's like dirty. It's the light bulbs are all like looking spooky and hanging out of the ceiling. The people are not helpful. It's like, oh, I don't need to go back. And that's what they did. And that always happens with these companies that are on their way down. They lose the investment in the customer experience.
Wow, you're really passionate about this today.
I'm just, it feels like this is the perfect way to end our Dead Brand Month, because it's like totally, it's hitting every checkpoint of the Hazingas along the way.
Yeah.
And this episode, you need to listen. If you have a Fortune 500 company, you need to listen to this episode, because we are warning you of what's to come.
I love that this is the episode that's going to get into like college classrooms and we're dressed like this.
They won't know it's a Halloween episode.
They'll just think
they're going to go, what was that podcast we watched where it was hosted by a witch in Harry Potter?
That one guy had a really big nose with a wart, and Harry Potter was there, I'm pretty sure.
And at some point, the witch's nose on your forehead looks really disturbing. For some reason, it doesn't read as a nose at all. If it's not in the middle of your face, it looks like a weird pointy penis.
Why is everything?
You're not seeing what I'm seeing. Well, you're not seeing what I'm seeing. You're not seeing what I'm seeing. Why is that pink? I mean, make it blue.
Babe.
Make it blue.
Babe, he's a Frankenberry.
Berries are blue.
There is no blueberry.
Oh.
All right, well, that's our show. Thank you so much. We've had such a joy going through the brand graveyard. We will probably do that again at some point, because it's fun to look at these dead brands, even if they've been zombified like Toys R Us. So thank you. We will come up with another theme week, but next week, anything's on the table.
Oh,
you
my
can
goodness.
pick anything that you want.
Wow.
I've got a couple exciting ones coming up in the next couple of months. I'm hoping to pull off. I don't know if I will, because I feel like...
Hoping to pull off.
So I think there'll be a lot of research.
Okay.
So we'll see, but...
You know, we always have something fun up our sleeves.
We always got something up there, and we always want to thank you guys for listening. So in order to do that, why don't we figure out who our Freaks of the Week are today? If you don't know how to become a Freak of the Week, every single Wednesday on our Instagram story, I post a puzzle. If you can solve that puzzle and tell me what our brand is going to be the next day, I'm going to send you a fun little brand badge to let you know that you got it right. And I'm going to add your name to our Wheel of Freaks. And every week I'm going to spin that wheel however many times I feel like, usually 5. And those 5 people will be our lucky Freaks of the Week that week. So here are those people today. The first one is Dr. Brandy Getchell, Carrie Entertainment Shemansky, Simone, Dave Caslin, and then I want to give a shout out to someone whose name I said wrong last week, Will Aarons, who is a co-host on the Marvelous Marathon podcast, so be sure to check that out. Now, we had one other Freak of the Week, and you're not going to believe this because this is, if I was you, I would not believe this. But our last Freak of the Week is Strictly Come Techno. Now, why this is unbelievable is because Strictly Come Techno sent us a package this week. So it feels like
Wait.
I've only chosen him because of this package, and that is not the case.
What?
Both of these things happen simultaneously.
Oh my gosh, angels walk among us.
I have
What
opened
on
this, but
earth?
I've not gone through it. But they sent a lovely little letter that I'm going to read here as fast as I can, because I'm going to get in trouble by Al for making the show so long. But I just got to give shout outs to people that go out of their way, especially from Ireland.
Is this our first international gift?
I don't remember. We get so many nice things now,
it
but I
might
think,
be.
I don't know. I don't want to say yes, and then somebody like, you forgot about my cheese. Dear Jon and Marisa, wait, prescript. Please don't do any Irish accents with our funny sounding brands. We have a tough time enough. So
Oh, okay.
pull out your best Irish
Sure.
accent. I wanted to prepare a box of quintessentially Irish brands and flavors with a U,
Oh, cute.
which I hope you enjoy. These brands include Tato, Ireland's most popular crisp. That's chips
Crisp.
to you guys.
Wow.
Particularly the cheese and onion flavor. This is a fairly unique flavor that expats love to eat when they get a chance, and it's often a staple in any gift box.
Yum.
Tato sandwiches are very popular, which consist of 2 fresh slices of pan loaf. I don't know what pan loaf is. Bread, Kerrygold butter, and a pack of Tato, probably butter and potato chips.
Ooh, yum.
I also included Hunky Dory, which were bought by Tato some years back. These, and I swear by this, are best served from the freezer, leaving them in there at least 24 hours.
This is very you to have foods that have a lot of rules with how you eat them.
A lot of rules here.
Uh-huh.
I also included some Cadbury, which is British and would make an interesting future episode.
Yes.
But the Irish have taken some of their confections and, due to their superior dairy industry and luscious grass, have produced Flakes, Twirl, Boost, and the 8-block bar. I have included some Crunchies, which are a delightful honeycomb snack, which was made famous by the tagline, "Get that Friday feeling." It is Friday, so we will enjoy those today.
We will have the Friday feeling.
There are also some biscuits, cookies to you, from Jacob's Mikado, which dates back to 1851.
Oh my
They're
goodness.
not my favorite, but most Irish people love them. I included a couple of ambiguous British Isle candy, fruit salads, and sour chewits. I haven't looked in the box. I
Whoa.
think those are 2 that I get at Jungle Jim's every Christmas
my
when I'm home.
goodness.
I think they're kind of like Starburst, if they're the things I'm thinking of.
Okay.
I hope you have good teeth because they're both chewy. These might be helpful to eat after the cheese and onion to get the bits out of your mouth, and then did an emoji face like. Lastly, I included
Is
some.
that how Irish people clean their teeth at the end of the day? They choose some of these.
They get Starburst.
Starburst.
They get a fruit salad. Lastly, I included some Banshee Bones, which are a salt and vinegar corn snack that only come out at Halloween and are named after banshees, which are female ancient Irish wailing spirits whose scream is the harbinger of death.
Whoa.
Which I feel very much aligns with John's gothic aesthetic. I love Susie and the Banshees. I don't know if she's named after those banshees, but you're very right on that. I'm sorry I couldn't include some Baileys or Guinness. If either of you ever find yourself over the Emerald Isle, I'd be more than happy to show you where the best pints of Guinness are.
Oh my goodness.
Love the podcast and think you two are such personable and likable hosts. It's like listening to a conversation with friends.
That is so nice.
Steve-O, also known as Strictly Come Techno.
Be careful inviting John over because he will come.
I am about to go. I'm literally leaving here to go to Disneyland for the second time with with Nazi, one of our listeners, because she has invited me to do so.
If you say you have a spare room for Jon.
On my way, Chip. I don't know how to do an Irish accent, but Sheila, thank you so much. And I honestly, you also got the wheel, so you were genuinely freak of the week.
Well, but he'll be our only shout out today. That's great.
Yeah, so thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We really appreciate it. Check out our Instagram for the Insta Egg and all the supplementals we post to learn more about the shows that we do. Mar, what of all our other socials?
Instagram at On Brand the Pod, TikTok at On Brand the Podcast. We're on YouTube. We're all over. Chat with Jon, play the Insta Egg game.
Subscribe to our YouTube if you can. It's absolutely free to do and it helps us out. We're trying to at least get to 500. We're at like 370. We're very excited about that. So if you don't mind, subscribe to our YouTube. Give us a review on Apple. Do all the little
nice
things that help us out. And we really appreciate it.
And have a happy Halloween.
Remember, kitties, we may go off topic, but we'll always be on a broomstick.
Playing Quidditch.
Very good.
We both ride brooms.
We ride brooms, and Alistair sweeps with brooms. We're
love
broom bitches. Thank you, guys. Happy Halloween.
Bye.
See you in November.
On brand.